naturally straight. It is as straight as they come. I have medium to thick hair as well, but I have a ton of hair. If you can see, it's fairly long. I would say it's like medium to long length. And my hair is very hard to curl. If I heat style my hair, curl it with a curling iron or something like that, even a crimper, my hair will not respond to it that well. It will end up straight at the end of the day, guaranteed. So I find that when I use heatless curls, CurlFormers, which I talked about, and they look like this, CurlFormers seem to have better results with my hair type. So if you're like me, you have thick hair, you have lots of hair, and it's naturally poker straight, and you have a really hard time curling it and getting it to stay decently curly, this is a great option. CurlFormers allow you to really change the texture of your hair, but I would say that 50% of this is the CurlFormers and the other 50 are really great hair products. Here I have a full frame 07 protective volumizing mousse by Redken. This is for medium control. This is a mousse-like substance that has a heat protectant inside of the formula of this. If you want to put them in and go out the same night with curly hair, I would recommend using something that has a little bit of a heat protectant in it, and then running your hair with a hair dryer after they're all in, which I will show you later in the video, and we'll get into more detail into that later. My hair needs as much help as it can get, so I put in a lot of products to help it. This mousse is like a texturizing holding mousse, so it helps to keep the shape of the curl once I remove the CurlFormer. The more grittier, the more texture to my hair that I have, the more product, the more the curl will stay. The first thing, you want a comb or a paddle brush, anything just to comb out your hair and get rid of the knots, so you're not dealing with a tangled mess when you're trying to apply the CurlFormers. For CurlFormers to perform as best as they can, you need to work with damp hair. I'm going to take a water bottle filled with water, H2O, nothing else. I'm going to completely dampen my hair. So you just spray it. It's just water, so you don't have to be too careful. Just try to get the ends, and you don't want it dripping, but it is supposed to be damp. So it's up to you what you think, how much you should wet your hair beforehand. Also, if you're using a lot of products to help hold the curl like I am, the products react better to damp hair in my opinion, especially for my hard to curl hair, so dampening it like this will really help. Okay, so go ahead and dampen your whole hair, and I'll come back and show you how much I dampened mine, and I'll be right back. Okay, so your hair should be nice and wet. Don't I look pretty? It should be damp, not wet. I should reframe that. Anyway, so go ahead and start using your products. If you have a mousse like me, I'm going to start using this now. So just spray some in your hand. Depending on how much hair you have, I have that much, but any more and you'll have too much in your hair, and then it will just look kind of greasy. So pull it through your hair as if you're grabbing your hair like this. You just brush it through your hair evenly. Yeah, just leave it like that, okay? Now the most important thing about doing your hair like this is, especially if you have lots of it like me, you want to do it in sections. So I'm just going to section off my hair and clip it back. So I'll deal with the upper part of it later. That's the part that tends to take a lot more time. So just section off your hair and start focusing on the bottom layer. This will work out a lot easier if you have layers already. And then just secure it at the top of your head. So, doesn't that look attractive? Okay, comb through it one last time to get the tangles out. These are the extra long and wide, so they give you nice loosey wavy curls. I think the pink is a little bit bigger of a curl than the orange. In your CurlFormer, it's a stretchy fiber-like substance, and there's this rubbery tip on the end. So you just squeeze the tip to open up the CurlFormer end, and on the hook side of your curl forming, what is this called? What is the hook side of your hook? I don't know what it's called. You thread the base of the CurlFormer through just by pulling it gently down until the other end pops out, and you want to make sure that the hook is exposed. So put it down, bring it down to about the rubbery part, section it even further by putting in only 1-inch sections at a time. So maybe about that, maybe that's even a little too much. That much hair. The more hair you use, the harder it is to put it in. So once you've sectioned your hair, you want to twist it, so it's easier to put into the hook. So once you twist it, take the hook with the curl former that's been hooked onto it, and you put your hair, slide it in, pull it up a little bit, slide it all the way as close to your neck as you can. This is important because the first couple times I tried to do this, it was hard to grasp this concept where you sort of let the hair fall by still holding it at an upward angle. Then you grab the tip of the curl former and the tip of the handle here, and you just pull the handle up and pull it until the whole thing snaps back. So you'll notice that sometimes your hair gets a little, the curl former doesn't quite form the spiral back. You can do that yourself. It'll spring back into the spiral form pretty much easily. As you can see, this one is really long for me. My hair only goes up to about here. So if you think it's not damp enough, go ahead and spritz it. One little spritz before I put it in the curl former with some water. Let it go, but hold it at a downward angle, and then just pull up. And keep pulling, and then you'll see your hair. You see my hair in there, and then you just pull it out and it curls itself. I'm going to start using smaller ones because, as you can see, my hair is not taking up the full length of the curl former. So you gotta wait for these to dry. Otherwise, if you take them out and your hair is still wet, it won't hold the curl, it'll just fall right back out. So I'm going to be using a hair dryer to sort of speed up the drying process, so I don't want to have to be waiting hours for my hair to completely dry inside of the curl formers. Exact time that I'm going to take the curl formers out. So let's do it. Bouncy curls it gives. So you can really see that I got this. Okay, so that's what it looks like after. I'll just give this a once over. If the longer you leave your curl formers in, the more curlier they're going to be, especially the size of them. So you can leave them like this. They're so bouncy and natural looking that you don't have to brush them out or anything. But if you want, you can finger comb them through, or you can take a comb like this one and gently comb it through your curls. So these are the results you get with CurlFormers. Isn't it beautiful? I just think that it completely changes the way you look. It changes the way your curls look. I think it looks so beautiful and it looks so natural. It's like, I will do a quick cameo, so stay tuned for the cameo. In real life, it'll be 5 hours from now. In editing magic, it'll be 2 seconds coming up. But this is what the curls look like right now. And again, just quickly, the time, 3:21 p.m. Took about 11 minutes to take out all the curl formers. But that's it. So I'll see you in 5 hours. Hey everyone, so I said that I would come back and do a little update and show you how the curls are after, well, it's been 5 hours. I took them out at 3:11, now it's 8, so, well, about 5 hours. It just turned 8. So this is what they look like. They fall into be like really nice waves, I think, so not like total curl, but like I told you guys earlier, my hair is really hard to curl and I have to use a lot of product to get it to hold. The back looks like this. It's kind of straight. So the front have stayed pretty nicely in my opinion, and yeah, so thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more from me, as always, don't forget to subscribe and have an awesome day. Bye!